In this video, we will talk about Vaxart, what this company does, where it stands, and if you should buy its shares. Before today's video begins, if you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Vaxart is a pharmaceutical startup that focuses on developing oral vaccines. Instead of injecting a vaccine via a syringe, oral vaccines allow people to take their dosage of vaccine in the form of a pill. The benefits of this method are obvious, because oral vaccines would be easier to store and would require a lot less assistance from medical personnel to be administered. Because of those benefits, the stock of Vaxart increased significantly in 2020. From around 50 cents in January, it reached a high of $18 before correcting back to a region between $6 and $8. It is unclear why the stock has been trading between $6 and $8 since September, but in my analysis there are two likely reasons. The first one has mostly to do with profit-taking of investors, especially those who have been holding the stock since it was a penny stock. Another possible reason may be because in October 2020, the company was under investigation by the SEC because it may have exaggerated its role in the Operation Warp Speed. The company itself has been developing different kinds of oral vaccines for many years, and in 2018, the influenza tablet was even more effective than the injectable vaccine. Another aspect to consider is the number of institutional investors. Vaxart has many major hedge funds and mutual funds holding its stock. The biggest ones include Vanguard, Arrow Street Capital, and BlackRock. Comparatively speaking, the number of shares held by institutional investors increased from 19.6 million shares to 36.7 million shares from the previous reporting period to the current period. When we look at the options market, we can see that there is a lot of interest for both the call and the put options. The call options give investors the right to buy shares at pre-negotiated strike price before a certain date, and the put options give investors the right to sell the shares at pre-negotiated strike price before the expiration date. That being said, there is still more demand for call options, especially between $5 and $10. Those movements on the option market mean that the stock is expected to be very volatile in 2021. I believe that this company has value regardless of the outcome with the current vaccine development. Oral vaccines can have a huge impact and potential on the way they are given to the patients, and with arguably more demand, because they do not need the high storage standards and the medical attention when they are given to patients, but they can be simply sent to people's mailbox. Another aspect is the current price level. Over the past 6 years, the stock price for Vaxart has actually been decreasing. It seems to have bottomed out in 2020, and the $5 level is proven to be a solid support level so far. My recommendation is to buy the shares, but at different exposure levels depending on your approach. If you are planning to profit from the swings, I would suggest you to buy at the current level. If you plan to hold it for the future, I would suggest you to gradually buy the shares over the next 3 to 6 months at the lowest costs possible, and to hold the positions for at least a few years. I believe that the underlying technology is maturing, and since the latest developments already show some promise, it is fair to assume that more convincing results will come out of it in the medium term. The main catalysts in the short term would be any development and authorization to be deployed on both animals and human test subjects. The long-term catalysts would be the progression on its ongoing projects with partners such as Janssen Pharmaceutics. Because Vaxart is still in the development phase, the stock is considered speculative. I would recommend a maximum exposure of 1% if you are trading in the short term and 0.5% if you are trading in the long term. The profit target for the short term should be between $8 and $9. I believe that the long-term profit target can be up to $20 or $30 in a few years. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.